Welcome back to the Lone Road iRacers podcast. I'm Guy Robertson, your host, and today we're diving into one of the biggest debates in iRacing. What's more important for progression? Is it A, wins, or B, consistency? Every iRacer from rookies to top splits faces this dilemma at some point. Should you go all out for victory or focus on steady results to climb the ranks? Now, this is a debate that doesn't have a simple answer because different drivers take different approaches. Some racers will push aggressively for wins and thrive on the high risk, high reward strategy, while others take a more methodical approach, focusing on clean racing and steady improvements to their iRating. Today we're going to break it all down, look at real examples and help you decide what's best for your own journey in iRacing. We'll also go over practical tips to improve both your win ratio and consistency so that you can maximize your progression. So buckle up and let's get started. Before we dive into which is better, let's define exactly what we mean by wins and consistency in the context of iRacing. So what is a win? It's the ultimate goal for many racers. Taking the checkered flag and standing on the virtual podium feels amazing. But how much do wins actually contribute to long-term progress? Winning a race is an indication of strong pace and racecraft, but it can sometimes come at a cost if a driver is too aggressive. Consistency, though, placing well in every race, avoiding incidents and ensuring steady iRating gains without major losses, is another way of looking at success on iRacing. Some of the best racers aren't always winning, but they are always at the sharp end of the field, top fives, top threes. Consistency is in performance over many races often leads to a better overall progression than sporadic victories. iRacing is basically a numbers game. iRacing's ranking system, iRating, is all about performance over time. Gaining iRating through wins is great, but losing it from crashes and DNFs can be devastating. Safety rating also plays a big role, influencing license class and access to higher level races. A driver with high consistency will typically have a better long-term trajectory in iRacing. With that in mind, let's take a closer look at the case of prioritizing wins. Now let's talk about why wins are important and what they bring to the table. The biggest iRating gains come from wins, clearly. When you win, you typically gain more iRating than when you come third or fifth. If your goal is to climb the rankings quickly, winning races is the fastest way to do it. Higher iRating means tougher competition, which can lead to even more learning opportunities. Winning proves you can race at the highest level. If you can win regularly, it shows that you have the pace, the racecraft and ability to handle pressure at the front of the pack. Competing for wins also sharpens your decision making under high stakes conditions, which is essential for real progression in iRacing. And winning also builds confidence. There's no better feeling in iRacing than crossing the finish line in P1, and that confidence can carry over into future races. The more you win, the more comfortable you become in leading races, defending your position, and handling pressure from competitors. However, chasing wins can lead to overly aggressive moves, increased incidents, and a higher likelihood of DNFs. If you push too hard, you might find yourself losing more iRating than you gain. Some drivers focus too much on winning and end up crashing out frequently, which can stagnate their overall progress. It can also affect your mental health as well. If you have got tunnel vision and all you're doing is going for wins, then when you hit rock bottom where the wins don't come, you can have sleepless nights and mental fatigue. And if you think about some of the podcasts we've done, I think in 2024, all about mental health, there is a podcast for anybody who is suffering from mental health or mental fatigue. So I suggest you go and look at that podcast and take a listen. So while winning is great, is it always sustainable, or does consistency hold the key to long-term success? Now we're going to look at the case for consistency. Consistency might not sound as glamorous as winning. Who wants, 20 P5s, for example, on the bounce? But it's what separates the fast from the truly great. And we're going to look why it's so crucial. Steady top 5 finishes keep iRating climbing. Even if you aren't winning, finishing in the top 5 regularly ensures that you are making progress without taking those big risks. The cumulative effort of good finishers leads to more iRating gain over time than winning a few races but have multiple DNFs. Safety rating benefits from clean racing also. Avoiding incidents helps keep your license class high, allowing access to better races and preventing demotions. A high safety rating also means less risk of being grouped with reckless drivers. Developing patience and race awareness is part of being consistent. Consistent racing helps you improve skills like tyre management, fuel saving, and knowing when to make overtakes or hold position. These skills are vital in multi-class racing and endurance events. Endurance races favour consistency. If you plan on racing in longer events like IMSA, endurance racing or special events, consistency is far more valuable than outright speed alone. Drivers who can manage a steady pace without mistakes often outperform faster but erratic competitors. So what are the ways that you can improve your consistency? That is the question. What about private leagues where your iRating and safety rating aren't affected? Racing in private leagues helps develop discipline and provides regular, structured races where you can refine your skills without the unpredictable nature of public races. Discord communities, folks. Engaging with other racers in Discord servers gives you access to advice, data analysis, and even practice partners to improve your craft. Hosted sessions. Running in hosted sessions allows you to test strategies, tyre management, and track conditions without worried about iRating losses. And maybe we've all considered it. I think 2 years ago, I had my wife brought me some coaching. Investing in coaching from experienced iRacers can drastically improve your understanding of racing lines, braking techniques, and mental approach to competition. Think about the best iRacers out there. They don't win every race, but they are always in contention and being talked about. That's no accident or incident, is it? They purposely know when to back off and when to push, and that's a skill that we've all got to learn. So it's about finding the right balance. So how do you balance the need to win with the need for consistency? The key is knowing yourself as a driver and playing to your strengths. Assess your strengths. Are you naturally a fast driver who thrives in aggressive battles, or do you excel at clean, patient, mistake-free racing? Knowing this can help determine whether you should push for wins or prioritise consistency. Choose the right series for you. Some series reward aggressive racing like sprint races, while others favour consistency, longer endurance style events. Understanding the dynamics of your chosen series is crucial. Playing the long game. iRacing is a marathon, not a sprint, and we've all learned that before. Gaining iRating gradually while maintaining a high safety rating will pay off more in the long run than short bursts of success followed by crashes. And know when to push. Recognising when a win is realistic versus when a top 5 is the smarter play is a critical skill for long-term success. Mastering both winning and consistency is the ultimate goal on iRacing, but if you're struggling, start with consistency. Wins will come naturally as you improve. So I think that's a really good article for any iRacer that I've put together there. iRacing is as it said at the beginning, it's time over points, and it's like a yo-yo. Some weeks the track suits us and we get paired with racers who are consistently good drivers. The following race, different people come on and race with us, and maybe they are pushing for wins and they haven't got that consistency or that racecraft. So their racing techniques and abilities are erratic. So we see those crashing off, and somehow, us clean racers, we get involved with those incidents, and it costs us points. But it's not in our control. We avoid some and get away with it. A lot we cannot get away with. We're wrote off and we're off to the pits. And it's been a week like that for me. Honestly, I had a real good week at Mount Panorama last week. Lots of good races. This week has been totally different. Alton Park, Brands Hatch. Consistency of other drivers is non-existent again. So it just shows, folks, even iRacing isn't consistent either. We'll be back in a minute for our second topic today. Dre is the audible iRacer's companion. Want to improve your results or get more wins? Download Dre, the digital race engineer. Hit the link in the show notes for a 10% discount. As promised last week, we're going to start taking more attention to the Porsche Tag Heuer Esports Supercup. So this is our catch-up, if you like, because we're a little bit behind the 8 ball, shall we say. So welcome to our in-depth recap of the Porsche Tag Heuer Esports Supercup, or PESC 2025 season, covering the first 3 races and our current standings as of February the 16th, 2025. The 2025 PESC season commenced on February the 1st, featuring 30 elite sim racers competing for a share of the $200,000 prize pool. The championship utilises the Porsche 911 GT3 Cup car on the iRacing platform, with races held on iconic virtual tracks worldwide. Excuse me. Race 1 was at Daytona on the road course on February the 1st. The season opener at Daytona International Speedway's road course set the tone for an exciting year. In the sprint race, Joshua Rogers secured pole position and maintained his lead to win. The main race featured a dramatic start with the top 8 positions reversed. Elvis Rankin capitalised on this, moving from 8th to 1st and holding off strong competition to claim victory. The top 5 finishers in reverse order were Michael Jenny in 5th, Mitchell de Jong in 4th, Dane Warren in 3rd, Joshua Rogers 2nd, and Elvis Rankin taking P1. A notable incident occurred when a mid-race collision between 2 drivers led to a safety car period, bunching up the field and adding to the race's excitement. So that was race 1, folks. Race 2 found its way to Aerodrome Internazionale di Mugello on February the 8th. The second race took place at the picturesque Mugello circuit in Italy. The sprint race saw Michael Jenny take the lead early, but a late race incident involving multiple drivers shuffled their positions. In the main race, a strategic pit stop by Dane Warren allowed him to leapfrog competitors and secure the win. The top 5 finishers in reverse order were 5th Elvis Rankin, and he was the previous race's winner. 4th Mitchell de Jong, 3rd Joshua Rogers, 2nd Michael Jenny, and the winner Dane Warren. A significant incident occurred when a driver misjudged a braking point, causing a multi-car pile-up that resulted in several retirements, was the highlight of that race. Now, moving on to the race that occurred at the time of recording this podcast yesterday. The third race was held at the legendary Circuit de Spa-Francorchamps in Belgium. The sprint race was marked by a thrilling battle between Joshua Rogers and Mitchell de Jong, with Rogers narrowly edging out de Jong for the win. The main race featured a dramatic opening lap with multiple drivers involved in a first corner incident that led to a safety car period. After the restart, Rogers maintained his lead to secure the victory. The top 5 finished in reverse order again, and these names have been in the top 5 for the last 3 races, folks, so we're already seeing that consistency. So 5th, Elvis Rankin, 4th, Michael Janey, 3rd, Dane Warren, 2nd, Mitchell de Jong, and the winner, Joshua Rogers. A major incident occurred when a driver misjudged a braking point, causing a multi-car pile-up that resulted in several retirements. So, as of 3 races, or up to February the 16th from the time of recording, the top 5 so far in the current standings are: in 5th place, Elvis Rankin, 4th, Mitchell Janey, 3rd, Dane Warren, 2nd, Mitchell de Jong, and leading the competition so far this season is Joshua Rogers. These drivers have demonstrated consistent performance across the first 3 races, setting the stage for an exciting remainder of the season. Looking ahead, race 4 is at the Sachsenring in Germany on March the 8th. Race 5 is at Thruxton in the United Kingdom on March the 29th. The 6th race finds its way to Japan for the Fuji International Raceway on April the 12th. And race 7, the Circuit de la Sarthe or Le Mans in France on April the 12th. Each race promises to deliver high-octane action and showcase the exceptional talent of the drivers. So we're to watch again, so fans can watch all the live action on an official Porsche Twitch channel. The broadcasts feature expert commentary and in-depth analysis, providing an immersive viewing experience, folks. So that's the Tag Heuer Esports Supercup 2025 season. It's already delivered thrilling races and exceptional performance. With several races still to come, the championship is set to continue its tradition of high-level sim racing. So stay tuned to the podcast for more updates and in-depth coverage as the season progresses, folks. So, hope you've enjoyed today's podcast. That's it again. It goes so quick, I know. Please tell your fellow iRacers about the podcast. Let's try and spread the news, shall we say, about the podcast. Clearly you're enjoying it. You keep coming back for more each week. So, I'll see you again soon. Take care on the track. Happy iRacing.